Hey guys, it's your boy V back with more feature content, and in this video we are talking about the combat female APX with where's my X-23 with Valkyrie and X-23, and I'm going to be showing you 3 runs in this video, describing a few of the stuff that I noticed in while running X-23 and Valkyrie team up as well, because this team up definitely is the best. Anyhow, my She-Hulk is inside. Let's take a look at the build, and the cards that I'm running is a 74% physical attack plus the proc actually, which does help. Anyhow, all the skills, all the stats for my Valkyrie with CDP of Rage are actually maxed out. She has 8 Odin's blessings from when I built her. I have not changed any of her build yet. Critical damage on the last gear, all skills are level 6. Then we are nota punishment, of course. Overdrive stage 12, CDP of Rage, and with a mythic uniform with 4 out of the 5 uniform options, which looks really good. Alright, now I'm all still working on the right for option. Now for my X-23, she looks kind of like this 48% critical rate, and there is a reason why I left it at 48%. I'm not even gonna work on it maybe. I got just 8 of these physical attack Urus, nothing else on her. Critical rate roll for the last gear. All skills are level 6, which is really great. Type enhancement just rank 1. Power of Angry Hulk stage, not the 9. The recording for now is actually stage 9. I maxed out the ISO 8. CDP of Energy with a mythic uniform. I only have one uniform options out of all. So yeah, it does hurt me, but not that much, because I am already capping out all my stats, so I don't really need all the uniform options. Although the physical attack uniform options could really help me out, and the ISO 8 that you are seeing right now has actually been maxed out in the runs when I record the runs. So let's just move on to the runs, and let me share with you guys my thoughts about X-23 and how I think it could affect the meta or not. So the first run that we are going to be showing you is actually X-23. 6 cancel, 3 cancel, 5 is going to be the rotation that we will be running all the way in. And of course, this run is going to be solo X-23 run, although we will be switching to She-Hulk and then of course to Valkyrie when the roar comes out. So it will give you guys a good idea about how X-23 performs with the CTP of energy. And the beautiful thing about X-23 is that she works with the CTP of energy, and she will also work with the CTP of rage with the kind of like the exact same rotation. So there's not really gonna be much change to that. That's why I think energy is a really good option for X-23 as well if you don't have any other CTPs like a rage or something. Because if you don't have energy, damage proc obelisk would be the best for her if you don't have rage, of course. But energy does help, and you don't really need to max out the critical rate and critical damage, although you will have to max them out if you are using her solo, just like I'm doing right now. So you saw the critical rate, and we are going to switch to Valkyrie and then do the awaken skill, and then we'll switch back to X-23 as well. So as you saw, my critical rate on my X-23 was 48%. The awaken skill for X-23 gives herself 35 critical rate and 35 critical damage. So at least unless you are running your X-23 solo, just like I'm running right now, you can have that buff, and that buff actually goes on for like 10 seconds. So in 10 seconds are more than enough for your X-23 to deal enough damage. And because the critical damage and the critical rate buff is there, you don't really need to max that thing out. Although if you do want to play safe, it's definitely best to max out the critical rate and critical damage. Although did mention a pattern, and actually I did notice a pattern, I should say, while running Action with 3, that if I use 6 cancel, 3 cancel, 5, or sometimes when I use 3 cancel, 5 cancel, 6, because the 5th skill gives you that 20% attack buff, which will be applied to the 6th skill, and 6th skill also does really good amount of damage. Sometimes I was able to make more points with my 6th skill alone, 3 cancel, 5 cancel, 6, then actually the 6 cancel, 3 cancel, 5. So I think that was totally depending on the proc timings. If you get just early proc, just right at a time you might be able to make more points. If you don't get enough points at that time, or the proc at that time, you might not be able to get the same amount of damage. Although I think both skills should be doing same amount of damage, although I got to realize that the sixth skill, if procced perfect, does way more damage than 6 cancel 3 cancel 5. Not like massive, but yes, some amount of. And I do think that rage is not gonna be able to make, I think, a huge difference in terms of the score that you're making with your X-23. Yes, it would be really good, but because we are already using 3 out of the 5 skills in the same proc, we are not really getting the time to land more hits within the proc. So I'm not really sure that rage is gonna help a lot. So that was kind of the first one that I just showed you. The score can be up and down. Now we're gonna be starting off with Valkyrie 3 cancel 5 cancel 6. There we go. And this run is actually going to be the switch play, because we will be switching, and after, right there, so we will be switching back and forth with Valkyrie as well as X-23 to see how much points we can actually make with this one. Now I do think that rage could help right there if you use the 3 cancel 6 cancel 3 cancel 5 rotation. The reason why I think rage could be really good, because there are, I think, 1 or 2 seconds remaining on the proc on the fifth skill when you use that, right? And the skill actually finishes. It does not go up to the 5 or 6 second mark. So maybe, yep, that it could help. If you do want to test it out, you can test it out yourself if you want to. I did not have enough crystals. I have few crystals, but I'm trying to save them for the next update when I get them, because last time I ran out of crystals. Yes. So, so I'm trying to at least save 2000 to 2500 crystals when the next update drops. I'm trying to save it. But if I could, if I found a raised X-23 to do the review for you guys, I would love to do that, and I will try to make up for that as well. Anyhow, the scores are looking really good, and I do still think that Valkyrie is doing more damage than the X-23. Yes, it could be just because I'm just running a normal CTP of energy. Maybe if this CTP of energy was a mighty CTP of energy with the all attack and all defense, maybe it would be able to make enough points to make up for that damage loss. Although my Valkyrie is built way better than my X-23, because she has 8 Odin's blessings. 8 Odin's blessings do make a difference, and she also has both the attack options. Basically, at least the second and fourth, fifth uniform options, while my X-23 does not really have it. So I might actually purchase some of them, maybe both of them, maybe just one of them. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna purchase it. But looking at the builds, I think my X-23 is missing a lot compared to my Valkyrie. So I think with the good enough build, I think Valkyrie will be I should say X-23, sorry, X-23 will be able to put out almost same amount of damage, or I think more than Valkyrie at some point, if they have identical builds, stuff like that. So I do actually, it does have the potential, although it does not mean that Valkyrie is gonna go obsolete. No, it does not. Or if at the end, if the procs are so damn consistent with your Valkyrie or your X-23, whichever plays the best, you can use her. There's not gonna be a huge difference, I think, in the end between both the characters. No matter which one is better, I think X-23 could get closer or better to than Valkyrie, although the run is going to be finishing right now in the second run. So we just made what, about 6 point, okay, we are at 6.2, so we are running for the last proc right there. 6.4, 6.4, and then 6.5, basically. Yeah, so 6.5 with a switch. And now the I would say the the interesting part, and maybe this is interesting, and this run could be interesting for you guys, and for me it was, for me as well, is because my Valkyrie is built better than my X-23. Because the reason what I'm saying and what we are going to be doing in this run is we are going to be running Valkyrie solo, just like we did X-23 on the first one, and only switching to X-23 after cancelling the roar with the She-Hulk, because it's a burn season. Now I do think a few things can change on the silence and the paralysis season. because I think both of the characters have paralysis as well as silence. So maybe it would be interesting to see how these characters perform solo on the silence and the paralysis season. And the silence season is going to be starting in about what 4 days, something around that, like that, and from the Universal Day, which would be nice to see and which will be interesting to see as well, because I'm looking forward to do the testing as well. Now let's switch to the She-Hulk and then we'll go for the X-23 to test out the damage. So yes, you can try whatever skill rotation do you want to. I'm just trying to use the gambit rotation that I was using with the gambit, and I was able to pull out really good amount of damage. But because the procs are there is always like 1 second or 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds remaining on the proc when the third skill, the fifth skill actually finishes, if the proc is not late. If the proc is late, I'm definitely sure that a rage could be way better than the CTP of energy if the proc were late. Because even if the procs, few seconds on the proc are remaining, you can still switch and do damage. You can still land more skills into that and do way more damage than a CTP of energy. Maybe, but a mighty, if people want to use a mighty or brilliant CDP of energy on X-23, I'm not sure if you should go for a brilliant. Mighty should be, I think, fine, but I'm not really sure if that 12% attack and defense are gonna make up for the damage loss that we are heading. But it's a really good option, and I'm pretty happy. I'm really happy that she is actually really proc friendly. Maybe I'll do the testing for you guys later on. Maybe with mighty. Shall I reforge it? I've not done that. So just wanted to throw this video to you guys. So of course, like I literally did not have time to make any of these, and I tried to record some runs before right after reset. I could not. I got busy, and sorry guys. The videos are delayed because I'm not really where I should be for the making the videos for regular. But I'll be going back to the normal days very soon. Anyhow, I hope you guys are enjoying these runs as well, and let me know, as of course, in the comment section what you really think about these two characters. And I do think, like, if you were to take my verdict and the scores and how these looks like, I do think that both the characters are gonna be very close to each other. Although X-23 I think could be a little bit better than Valkyrie on the same build, because if she can pull out this much amount of damage with a CDP of energy, and this was a 7.1 million run, Valkyrie cannot run with a CTP of energy. X-23 can run with a CTP of energy. So that's a really big plus point for you guys. And if you guys are looking forward to go for X-23 and give her more Odin's blessings, I would say go for it. But do not just go crazy track her up or something, unless you have like too many of them saved up already. So definitely Minerva is out of the equation, and I think she was basically, well, red she alchemy mirror was still there, but she was with the CDP of energy really good. I'll try to do the CDP of rage testing for you guys as well. I think for what I think about these two characters is that of course the switch and this team up is going to be the best one, but I do think that X-23 has the potential to be better than Valkyrie with good enough build as well. So just let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what your thoughts are on this one. Let me know in the comment section how you are dealing with these characters. Have you built Valkyrie? Are you gonna build X-23? And what are your opinions on this run? And as always, if you like the content, I hope to see you again. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. And sorry for the echo. See you guys. Take care.